Hello, my name is Juan Martinez, and this is a presentation for the Salesforce Technical Assessment at Playbooks. So let's start by reading the requirements. So basically the use case is to assign leads among 3 different sales reps, and the leads which will qualify to enter the process of assignment are leads which are new or leads which completed an inbound website form and has had no sales rep activity in the last 60 days. So the proposed solution that I created for this use case is based on 2 custom objects and 1 record triggered flow. So the 2 custom objects that I created are these 2, assignment group and assignment group member. These 2 objects will help us to handle or to store information about this assignment process inside of it using custom fields. And also they provide scalability. So in the future, if we need to add more fields to handle more complex assignment scenarios, we could store that info inside these objects and continue improving or doing enhancements to the assignment process. Also, these 2 objects allow for creating different assignment groups for different objects, not only leads, but we could also use this approach to assign opportunities, contacts, and tasks and then basically just any other Salesforce object that needs to be assigned in a round robin fashion. It could be done by using this approach. So let's start reviewing the first object, assignment group. Assignment group is an object with only 1 custom field, which is this one object, and this is a pick list that will mark this assignment group as allowed to handle different objects. So we could mark this group to handle leads or to handle contacts, cases, opportunities, or any other record. In this case, we will only be using leads, but we could also improve the process to use our objects, as I was mentioning. And the name, which is in a standard field, and this name will basically just allow us to identify this group by using a name, a descriptive name. So if we go back, we could take a look at the second object, which is assignment group member. This assignment group member object has different custom fields, and we can start by looking at this one. So we have the user field, which is basically a lookup that will connect this group member record against the real user that will be taking ownership of the record. We have as well a master data relationship between this object and assignment group. So an assignment group could have many assignment group members. And we have as well our fields, for example, the out of office start and out of office end date times. These 2 date times will help us to update the status of a group member in case that they are out of the office or during vacations. We could store that information here. And using this formula field, which is the active field, we can define if this group member is active to receive new assignments or not. That is basically a formula that will be checking that. So using this formula, we can make sure that this member is active and is available to take new assignments based on the out of office start and out of office end date and times. So that's what these fields do. And also we have as well the other fields, for example, the number of records assigned. This is a number field that will help us to store the amount of records which have been assigned to a particular member. And as well, we have the last assignment date. And this field is the one which will allow us to understand which is the last assigned group member. So we will be using that information to perform a round robin process. So basically, every time that we assign a lead to a group member, we will be using this date to filter the query to get the last assigned member. And after we assigned a lead to that member, we will update this field to reflect the current date and time. So it will be going back to the line for the next assignments. And we can continue doing that process again and again, and we will always get the last assigned member that is available to get new leads. So this field is the one that will help us to develop that round robin process. So those are the fields that this object has. and we can then move to check the implementation of the flow. So basically, this is the flow. This is the start element. The start element will be record when will be triggered when a record is created or updated, and the entry conditions are known because the entry conditions that were written here as a criteria, they cannot be reviewed inside this element, but later inside a conditional element. They cannot be checked here. They must be checked later. And this flow is optimized to run on actions and related records, because at the end we are sending an email here to notify about the new lead assignment to the user, and for using these elements which send emails, we must use this type of record, the actions and related records flow. So that's all for this element to start. We can then go and check the second element, the decision element. Basically, this decision element has three criteria. The first one is last sales rep activity in days greater than or equal to 60, if the record is new, or if the record has completed the inbound website form. So let's go a bit more in detail about these three criteria. So the first criteria is handled by a formula here inside the flow, which is this one. And basically it is calculating the difference between the current date and time and the last modified date. So this part of the criteria which says no sales rep activity in the last 60 days, we don't have a clear definition about what qualifies as sales rep activity and what not. But I created this formula just as an example of what could be understood as last sales rep activity. So that's the formula that I have in this moment. But obviously, if we have a different definition of sales rep activity, we can implement that inside the flow. So that's just as an example. And the other conditions that we have here is this one: is new equals true. This is new is also a formula which only stores the value of the is new function. Sorry, is new function. Okay. So if we edit this variable, we can see that we have the is new function here inside this formula, and in this way we can know that this record is totally new. And here we have the last criteria: record inbound website form completed equals true. This field, inbound website form completed, is a checkbox field inside the lead object, which could be checked to true as soon as the lead completes the form inside the website. So I was thinking that maybe in another process, when the lead completes the form inside the website, it could send a message to Salesforce to update the lead record of this person, and then update this field to make it equal to true. And in that way, we can know that a lead completed or not the website form mentioned inside the criteria. So that's everything for this. The one last thing is that the condition logic is this one: 1 and 3 or 2. So that means that 1 is last sales rep activity greater than or equal 60, and 2 and 3, record inbound website form completed equals true. These two must be true at the same time, or at least having this record as totally new. If this condition is met, then the record will be sent to the next stages of the flow. So the next stage of the flow is get the assignment group. Basically, the assignment group, we are querying for an assignment group record based on the name. So I get the assignment group with this exact name, lead group 1, and I only store the first record, and then I automatically store all the fields. So that's all that this query element does. And the next element is get assignment group member. So basically, to get the assignment group member, we query a group member in which the active field is equal to true. So they are not on out of the office moments, days out of the office, and as well the field here assignment group is equals to the assignment group that we queried before here. So we get an assignment member which will meet these two requirements, and also we are sorting the results ascending by the last assignment date. So in that way we could get the last assigned group member and assign this new lead to this person, to this user, and then later we will update the last assignment date to be the current date and time. So it will put this group member back to the line to get new lead assignments. We will store only the first record, and we will automatically store all of the fields. Okay. So now that we have the assignment group and the assignment group member, we can then assign the lead to the new owner. So basically we just add a new update records element, and inside this update records element we change the owner ID of the lead to be the same as the one that is stored inside the assignment group member that we queried in the box before, and we get the user ID here using the user field. So that's what we are doing in this moment, updating the lead ownership to the new owner based on the round robin process. Then we change as well the last assignment date inside the group member. So we update from the assignment group member record that we obtained, we update this field last assignment date, and we set it to be equals to current date and time. So that will, as I said, put this group member at the end of the line for new assignments and move the next member that was awaiting to be the one that will be receiving the next lead when the flow is executed. And we can continue doing that process, and we always will be assigning the leads correctly. And then we also update this variable here, get assignment group member, that number of records assigned. So we add that by 1 just to know that a new lead was assigned to this member. And after we do that, we then update the assignment group member. We just add a new update element, and we use the IDs and all the fields valued from a record or record collection. In this case, we select the assignment group member that we queried in this box, in this part of the process here. So that's what the flow is doing. And then we finally notify the user about this new assignment. We store here in an email, in a text variable, the text for the email, and we use the email of the group member that is also stored in a variable to be the recipient for this email. And the subject will be new lead assignment. So this will be triggered after all of the process is complete. We will be sending this message using emails. Basically, the body for the email is the following. It says, a new lead has been assigned to you. For more information, please visit the following link. And then I create a link here using the record ID of the lead, and also the email is basically stored in this using this formula. Sorry, this one, not this one, this one. So basically, we just get the email from the user that is linked to the assignment group member record. So in that way, we can get the email. And having this flow working and built in this way, we can then test the process. So we can first go to assignment groups. Here in assignment groups, I created a new assignment group called lead group 1. And inside this assignment group, I have 3 different self reps with 3 test users that I have here in this developer org. So I have 2 with my name, Juan Martinez 1, Juan Martinez 2, and this one that is test lead user. So the 3 of them are eligible to take ownership of new leads as soon as they enter or as soon as they meet the other criteria. We can see here that we have the last assignment date, and the one which was last assigned is Juan Martinez 1, this user, which was assigned at this time. So that when we create a new lead, this will be the user that will be assigned to the lead, and here we will see that the number of records assigned has been added by 1. So let's put that on a test. Let's create a new lead. Let's create a new lead here. Let's call this name as round robin 1. Just completing the required fields. Company test. Its status is already selected, and when we click on save, this lead was created, the flow was executed, and we can see that the owner of this lead is Juan Martinez 1. Let's go back here to check if the data was updated. So we had the last assignment for Juan Martinez 1 at 1:56 a.m. for the current day, February 5th, 2024. And we have now Juan Martinez 1, this record, this assignment, this group member, to be assigned just now, in this moment, like 1:13 p.m. this moment, 1 minute ago. And the number of records assigned is 1. So it means that it's working for this group member. Let's create a new lead and see if now it is assigned to Juan Martinez 2, which is the next one in line, awaiting for a new assignment according to the last assignment date. So let's do that. Let's go again to leads. Round robin 2, company test. Let's save it. And it is saved, the flow is executed, and here in the details it is assigned to owner Juan Martinez 2. I forgot that here we're not seeing here the owner, we are seeing the owner here, sorry. But the owner is correct here, Juan Martinez 2. And if we go and reload the page, we will see that this record, Juan Martinez 2, is now assigned. It has a new assignment, and now this one is the last member that was assigned. This one is the newest member that was assigned at 1:13, 1 minute ago. And now the next member that is in line to be assigned for a new lead is this one, test lead user, which has the oldest last assignment date between or among these 3 members. So this one will be the next one to be assigned. Let's create a new lead to test it. Round robin 3, save it. And if we go to details of the lead, we will see that the owner is automatically set to the test lead user. And if we again go and reload this page to get the latest data, we will see that it's working, and test lead user is now the newest member assigned at 1:15 p.m. and it has a new record assigned here. Now if we create one final example, we will see that Juan Martinez 1, which was the first member to be assigned in previous examples, will have now a number of two records assigned using the process, and it will be also updating the last assignment date. So let's test that. We go to leads again. We create this 4 company test. We save that, and in details we see Juan Martinez 1, the user, which had to be assigned according to the last assignment date. And when we reload this, we will see that it has now 2 records assigned and has moved to the end of the line according to the last assignment date. So it is now the newest assigned member, assigned member of among all of the 3 other members. Additionally, there is the second requirement in which the lead record hasn't had any self-serve activity in the last 60 days. So basically, to check that, we can use this existing lead and to mock the information about the last modified date. I implement in this custom field, custom last modified date, and the flow is now checking to this field to check about the last modified date, just to make it to be in the past, like more than 60 days. So I'm using this custom field, and this is the inbound website form completed checkbox. So at the moment in which I check this checkbox and I click on save, we can be completing or fulfilling the requirement in which it will have more than 60 days and have the inbound website form completed checkbox checked. So here we see that the next user for a lead assignment is test lead user. So that will be the user that will be taking ownership of this lead as soon as I update it. So let's do it. Let's click here, save. And now we can see that this lead has been assigned to test lead user. And if we reload the page, we will see that test lead user will have a new record assigned. So test lead user has now 2 records assigned and is the newest member assigned that was assigned to a lead. So in that way we can complete the requirements. So thank you so much for watching this video and for evaluating this assessment. Thank you. Bye bye.